Josh George. As I've said, I'm Josh George. This is Week 13, also known as Cupcake Week in college football. First game on the list is Western Carolina at Alabama. No Tua, no problem. The only question mark for me for the Crimson Tide is, how many quarterbacks will we get to see? Will we get to see Paul Bear Bryant Tyson, grandson of the great Bear Bryant? Will we get to see Tua's little brother? I have the Crimson Tide, 53. Western Carolina, 2. The next cupcake on our list is Samford at Auburn. Jordan Hare, very tough place to play. I think Samford's going to find it very difficult. The one game I saw a little bit of him was against Youngstown, whose head coach is Bo Pelini. I just feel like they didn't finish that game. They didn't play well. I don't think they're going to play well today. They're certainly not going to look good. I have Auburn 40, Samford 10. Now, to UT Martin at Kentucky. Big win for Mark Stoops. Give me the Wildcats 45, UT 16. This is definitely qualifying as a cupcake. Arkansas has already fired their head coach for this season. Really, it's a total wash. The FPI gives LSU a 98.7% chance to win. I feel like this is one that Arkansas is going to come ready on offense. I think they're going to put up 3 touchdowns, but certainly not enough to win against Joe Burrow. Another game that he kind of pads his Heisman stats, and maybe he gets a chance to win it in a conference championship in a few weeks. I have the LSU Tigers 48, Arkansas Razorbacks 21. Now, to the last cupcake matchup I'm going to talk about this week. Abilene Christian against Mississippi State. Mississippi State's a team that needs to win their next 2 games to get bowl eligible. One that I think that they will be ready to play. It's one that I think their defense, Abilene, I think can show some holes in Mississippi State's defense. I think they can score 23. But I have the Bulldogs 54, Abilene 23. Now, to some more important games. Tennessee has a chance to get to a bowl game with a win. Both these teams are 5-5. Missouri still on the bowl ban. I just really think it's going to come down to one word: motivation. I know that Tennessee's on the road. I know that some of the guys are trying to get good highlights from Missouri, but not a lot to play for. They can't go to a bowl game. Tennessee can. They can start bringing the brand back to focus, and playing on the national stage in a bowl game would really help. I think Tennessee's going to find a way to do it. I've got Tennessee 35, Missouri 30. Now, Pittsburgh at Virginia Tech, a big game in the Coastal Division of the ACC. Currently, Virginia Tech leads this series 10-8 in 18 meetings. The last game was won by Pittsburgh 52-22. Pickett just had their number. I feel like Pickett's going to have this defense's number again, and I feel like he's going to lead this team to victory. Give me the Pittsburgh Panthers, 24-20. Another big game in Wacko Waco. I think it's going to be another great one. Charlie Brewer versus Sam R.G. Ellinger. I think it's 2 teams kind of backed in a corner, you know. Big game for the conference title race. Now, Baylor, if they win, they're in the Big 12 championship game. Texas, they need to win their next 2 games, and they need Baylor to lose to Kansas. So, a huge game in the conference race. It's in Waco. I feel the fans there are really loud, and Baylor has a 62.5% chance according to the FPI. I feel like they're a find-away team. Last week against Oklahoma, they had them on the ropes. Couldn't ever bury them. This week, I feel like they find a way to get it done. Give me the Bears 21-17. As the Baylor Bears would say, sick 'em. Now, UCLA at USC. Big rivalry game. The Battle of Los Angeles. City of the Angels. USC leads the series 47-32. And big game for both coaches. Chip Kelly on the hot seat. Clay Helton on the hot seat. Chip Kelly had his team trending upward, and then they got blown out to Utah. USC's been a roller coaster this year. They're coming off a win to Cal. I picked them against Cal, and I'm going to pick them against UCLA. USC 20, UCLA 17. Now this one, I've got Notre Dame 30, Boston College 17, and let me tell you why. I think Boston College can hang around in this. I think Kerr Reed, defensive coordinator at Boston College, is going to have a really good scheme for Ian Book. I feel like he's got something cooked up. He's going to give his team a chance to win in this one. I just feel like Ian Book's going to be too much. So I had Notre Dame 30, Boston College 17. Now to the upset superdog of the week. The Texas A&M is better than a lot of people have given them credit for. I know they haven't stepped up on the big stage yet this season, but the 247 talent composite ranks Georgia 3rd and Texas A&M 12th. They think that Texas A&M is pretty good. Texas A&M also ranks 2nd in 4th down conversions this season. And the spread is a pretty big spread. It's not a knock against Georgia at all. I think Georgia's a great team. I just think A&M last year against LSU played a really good game. They always played a really good game against a really big opponent under the lights. I think they're going to keep this one way closer than the experts think. Give me A&M to cover the number against Georgia. To the game of the week. Penn State going to Ohio State. Justin Fields is going to have himself a game in this one. I feel like he has been he's trying to get an invite to New York. He's trying to get in the he's trying to cement himself in the Heisman race. Jalen Hurts had multiple fumbles and an interception. Tua's out. Who's going to compete for Burrow? Well, he's going to have a chance to cement himself on Big Fox noon kickoff, as they call it. And another reason to pick Ohio State, they're 2nd in sacks per game and 2nd in red zone defense. And frankly, Penn State has not looked good in the last couple games. I've got the Buckeyes 38, the Nittany Lions 20. Happy Cupcake Week, everybody.